Imagine walking into work every day knowing your boss might take credit of your work, dismiss your feelings, or demand admiration. If this sounds familiar to you, you might be dealing with narcissistic boss. Today we will explore the psychology of narcissism, how it shows up in the workspace, and most importantly, practical strategies you can use to survive and even thrive under such kind of leadership. Let's start off by understanding the psychology of narcissism. Narcissism roots in narcissism personality traits. It's inflated self-importance, deep need for admiration, and lack of empathy. Not everyone with such trait has a clinical disorder, but even mild traits can impact workspace dynamics. Now the question may come, why they act this way? Well, this comes from the core insecurity masked by arrogance. They crave constant validation to regulate fragile self-esteem. They usually tend to see employees less as people and more as tools for their own success. In the workplace, common behaviors are taking credit for others' ideas, shifting blame downwards, setting unrealistic expectations, and playing favorites to maintain control. Now, let's look at the business impact, productivity and costs. High turnovers, low morale, innovation suppression. Emotional costs, employee burnouts, stress, walking on eggshells culture. And paradox, sometimes they rise in the organizations because of charisma, confidence, or bold risk-taking. Now let's look at some practical strategies how to deal with narcissistic boss. First of all, you have got to manage the expectations. Don't expect empathy or fairness. Recognize their limitations. It protects you emotionally. Number 2, strategic communication. Frame requests in a way that appeal to their self-interest. For example, you could say this project will make the department look great under your leadership. Or use concise, fact-based communication. Avoid emotional appeals. Number 3, protect your own work. Document contributions, emails, meeting notes, version histories. Keep records, not out of paranoia, but as professional protection. Number 4, boundary setting. Politely but firmly limit availability. Avoid being the go-to rescuer. Use neutral language when declining unrealistic demands. Number 5, emotional detachment. Don't personalize their behavior. It's about their psychology, not your worth. Practice stress management, mindfulness, support networks, self-care. Number 6, leverage allies. Build supportive relationships with peers and mentors to balance the power dynamics. Seek HR involvement carefully, only if behavior becomes abusive and documentation supports your case. Now, let's look at the long-term perspective of such a situation. Ask yourself, is it suitable for you? Sometimes survival strategies aren't enough. Consider career moves if the environment basically stops you down and bothers you on a daily basis. Remember, protecting your own mental health and career trajectory matters more than appeasing a boss's ego. As a recap to this session, a narcissistic boss can drain energy and confidence. But by understanding the psychology behind the behavior, adjusting communication, setting boundaries, and protecting your own work, you can stay resilient. Remember, you can't change a narcissistic boss, but you can change how you respond. That's where your real power lies.